Hello, everybody, and welcome to the best of the series. I am your host, and you are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. And here at the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, we have a whole new series for you where we are giving you the greatest matches of the different years. And we just released our 2002 greatest matches of all time. Check that out, that's in the archives. And now with our newest video, we have the top matches from 1996. And these matches span from WWE, WCW, and ECW. There's a lot of stuff going on. It was great to relive these moments and go back in time. I was 3 in 1996, so obviously I don't remember a lot of these moments happening in real time, but I did have an older brother who watched it, so I remember seeing the wrestlers and being intrigued by it all. So, as we do with our best year series, we're going to start talking about the biggest moments of the year 1996. So, in 1996, the most talked about mobile phone was the Motorola StarTAC. It was the world's smallest and lightest mobile phone to date, and it was marketed as wearable. And if you had it, you'd wear a belt clip with it. I never saw this phone before, but I do know Motorola. They came up with the Razor, so very cool phone. We were then introduced to the Spice Girls as they hit #1 with Wannabe. Spice Girls had Baby Spice, who was my favorite of all time. They were scary, sporty, posh, and ginger. I was a big Spice Girls fan. I remember I got the movie when it came out. My sister had the dolls and lollipops. Spice Girls were huge back in 1996, and I totally remember them. Independence Day was a top movie of 1996 with $306 million in box office earnings. The film would end up coming up with a sequel, and Independence Day just topped the charts. I surprisingly have never seen this movie, but I do know how huge it was and the impact it left on the movie business. Tupac Shakur sadly passed away this year. He was gunned down on the Las Vegas Strip after a Mike Tyson versus Bruce Sheldon fight on September 7th, 1996. He died 6 days later. There's a lot of people saying that Tupac never died, but that's for another show. Atlanta hosted the 1996 Summer Olympics. It was dominated on the track by American Michael Johnson, and that was awesome to have the Olympics come in Atlanta, Georgia, in America. That was great. Some celebrities that were born in 1996 are Abigail Breslin, Haley Steinfeld, Zendaya, Sophia Turner, Lourdes, Mariah Chacon Leone. Amazing group of women born there. In 1996, pop culture was the early days for the internet. And if you're online, you were probably using the Netscape Navigator browser. However, in March, a search tool called Google started, and Google.com gets its own domain in 1997, and you would be able to search the internet. Time Magazine's Machine of the Year in 1996 went to the Nintendo 64 video game system. I remember there were so many wrestling games, WrestleMania 2000, but I remember in 96, my brother, I'm pretty sure, I don't think he had the Nintendo 64, but I just do remember how big the controllers looked and all the cool colors of the actual system. It was a cool looking system. Cable's news went back and forth as we saw the conservative channel Fox News channel become a thing, and MSNBC, the Democratic, more liberal channel, become a thing as well in 1996. Dolly the sheep was the first mammal to be successfully cloned from an adult cell. She was born in Scotland. It's crazy that while Dolly was born in 96, she wasn't introduced into the world until 1997. Jim Carrey was the first actor to make $20 million to star in a single film, The Cable Guy. Oprah started her famous book club in 1996 and revolutionized book sales. The first book she picked was The Deep End of the Ocean by Jacqueline Minchard. On Christmas Day in 1996, 6-year-old beauty queen JonBenét Ramsey was found dead in her basement. The case remains unsolved even after several grand jury hearings and continues to generate tabloid media interest everywhere. The Everest disaster that would later become the bestseller Into Thin Air and a 2015 movie happened in 1996. A sudden storm engulfed Mount Everest with several climbing teams high on the mountain, leaving 8 dead. By the end of the month, at least 4 other climbers would die in the worst season of fatalities on the mountain. Tickle Me Elmo dominated Christmas toy sales in 1996. The dolls were in short supply, and despite a retail price under $30, were soon being flipped online for up to $1,500. Suspected Unabomber Theodore Kaczynski is arrested at his Montana cabin. All of that happened. We had great musicians like Mariah Carey climbing the charts. So much happened in 1996. We are now going to give you our list of the greatest matches of 1996. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe.